All right. China is a special case. And the rhetoric around China with the new set of tariffs scheduled to go into effect the next day is complicated because I was told they weren't going to pick this fight in the spring. I was told they were going to pick this fight in the fall, but they've picked it now. Here, 103. This is a typical tweet from a typical member of the financial world, very smart person, making the case that the United States is not going to win this trade war with China because of the asymmetries between the two countries. So he says, who has a higher pain tolerance? Person A, by which he means Donald Trump, governs a democratic society addicted to consumption with zero tolerance for inflation, is going to witness immediate shortages and price increases, has zero capacity to reroute the lost imports into domestic production in the short term, is in an economic war with every country on earth simultaneously. Not true if they start to settle, but still will be at war with others. Or person B, which is Chairman Xi, governs an autocratic dictatorship with zero dissent allowed, oversees a society that inherently believes in self-sacrifice for the greater good of the motherland, trying to ramp up domestic consumption and could easily stimulate consumers domestically to buy otherwise would be what would otherwise be exports. And finally, is an economic war with only one country on earth. Sean, what do you think of that case that this is not going to be a winnable war for President Trump under these circumstances?
I think if you lay it out that way, it makes a ton of sense. I don't think that he care. I mean, I think Trump is willing to go to the mattresses to keep Dan's Godfather's analogies kind of alive. Um, he wants his view is, and again, I think we can all agree, China is cheating the hell out of us when it comes to how they deal with us, whether it's IP, tech transfers, etc. But so he's going to kind of want to ratchet it up, which he did another 50%. I don't know that that analysis of China is also spot on. I mean, their economy is not what it once was. They're relying now on 5% potential growth. Uh, I don't know how much they want to risk. I will say if I have a crystal ball, you're going to see a summit in China announced fairly soon. Trump to visit China, them to have some kind of leader summit, and maybe a pause until that occurs.
Are you breaking news there or speculating?
That is me just speculating, just random
Okay.
speculation.
Okay. Dan, I think the asymmetries with China do not bode well for this fight, but the president has cards to play. So if you're gonna fight them, I think he's in a better position than any president has been since Bush 41 to take on China. What do you think?
Yeah, and just two things I'm seeing in the chat that Governor Sununu is not going to run in New Hampshire, which is a big thing for Democrats' prospects for keeping that Senate seat. I think they're picking it now because they are going to off ramp all these other fights and they need to show strength. And the one place there's kind of unity within the country is picking a fight with China. I do think that tweet rings true that not only that, but she has a domestic audience. They do not want to be seen as weak. I mean, the one thing in Chinese culture is to be strong. And they're looking around Asia and they do not want to, fold easily. So if we get into a kind of, true trade war with China, they have a lot of levers to pull. They own a portion of our debt. There's a lot of, products that are still made there. People are trying to move it out. But by the way, look, they're not trying to move it out to the United States. For those who didn't see Apple yesterday, their big announcement, they are moving production to India, not the United States, for a lot of the iPhones. So, I mean, the irony is we will want to try to, it goes back to the old TPP back when he ran in 16. So I'll be really curious to see, but you're not going to get Democrats pushing back to say, go easy on China. He'll have a lot of rope within the country for this.